Welcome back to Reviews and Rankings with Robby Sobel. Today I'll be taking a look at the 2019 film, Knives Out. Knives Out is a 2019 film written and directed by Rian Johnson, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Daniel Craig, Ana de Armas, Toni Collette, and Chris Evans.
Into one of the best-selling mystery writers of all time.
The story begins as we see millionaire novelist Harlan Thrombey dead in his mansion, which is initially ruled as a suicide. The who, what, where, and why are all left a mystery as we then fast forward 1 week later to present day. The film introduces the audience to Thrombey's family, made up of an ensemble cast including his oldest daughter Linda, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, daughter-in-law Joni, played by Toni Collette, youngest son Walter, played by Michael Shannon, Hugh, nicknamed Random, played by Chris Evans, as well as several others rounding out the who's who in Hollywood. In addition to the family, we are also introduced to Harlan's young female nurse named Marta, played by Ana de Armas. The family, as well as Marta, are then gathered together to the Harlan mansion just days after the funeral to be questioned by two local detectives, as well as a high-profile private investigator named Blanc, played by Daniel Craig. Each family member gives their side of the story in regards to what took place in the hours leading up to the patriarch's death, though each person questioned leaves much to be desired when filling in what potentially took place.
Detective?
Attempting to be thorough so we can figure out the manner of death.
You mean if someone killed him? You think...
As the film moves into its third act, the pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place, as the web surrounding Harlan's death is untangled by Blanc. Was Harlan's death the result of a jealous son? Or a greedy daughter-in-law? Was it the grandson who thought he deserved more than those around him? Or was it the nurse who seemed too close for comfort to her older boss? Knives Out comes to a close with a satisfying conclusion that will keep the audience guessing, while providing enough genuine laughs to fully entertain. Knives Out quickly grabbed my attention and many others after the first trailer dropped due to the plethora of A-list talent on screen. While I was initially curious, I wasn't quite sure what to think in regards to the tone the film would take. After exiting the theater, I'm happy to say that Knives Out was everything I'd hoped it would be, and then some. Rian Johnson, who previously wrote and directed Looper and Star Wars: The Last Jedi, hits another home run in the form of Knives Out. Finding a way to blend comedy into a whodunit mystery, while also tipping his hat to films like Clue and Murder by Death, Johnson uses his location perfectly. The attention to detail in the set pieces create visuals that are at times a bit daring, but add to the flavor of the film and story. The cast, as expected, are top-notch across the board. Due to the sheer volume of actors in the film, no one overstays their welcome and each contribute in a positive way to the flow of the story. The character of Martyr gets a heavy amount of screen time, and Ana de Armas plays the role with sympathy and creates a likable character in the process. With a 96% critic score and 96% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, Knives Out is one of the rare instances that critics and moviegoers see eye to eye. With solid direction, quick pacing that delivers plenty of mystery and humor, and a cast that does their job well, Knives Out is one of the year's most entertaining and fun flicks as it cuts its way to a 4 out of 5-star rating. I hope you enjoyed my review for Knives Out, but what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below, and if you could, hit the like button and subscribe. If you're on Instagram, you can follow me at Robby_upgrade. So let's keep watching movies, and thanks for checking out the channel.